Hey ladies, today is Sunday, January 10th, 2021. 78 weeks, 18, which is roughly 18 months postpartum. So Michaela's 18 months old. She just turned 18 months old on Friday. So officially a year and a half. So that's great. And, we have a lot of toddler things going on, like tantrums, but I'm going to address that later. What I wanted to come and talk about quickly was that before Michaela was even born, I set up, even before I knew she was a girl, I set up and I did a video about the um, bassinet and um, the playpen that I had for her, so to pack and play. And they were sold as a set. I did a whole thing about it, and some people left me comments telling me they liked that set and all of that. So I just wanted to let people know that set has been recalled by Graco. And so since I did a video kind of advertising it and showing it, I felt I should probably tell people that it has been recalled very recently. The way I found out was through Amazon. I ended up purchasing it from Amazon, and Amazon probably 3 weeks ago sent me an email saying from their record station they see that I purchased it, um, and that it had recently been recalled. And so in that email, they had the link to Graco to contact them to get a claim on it. So what they are doing, they recalled now, not the whole thing. So the pack and play part of it, the playpen part of it, is still functional. The set also came with a changing table. I mean, of course, I'm not using that. I never used it really, but I'm not using it now. And but that is still functional if someone has one. And the stand that came with it is still functional, because the way it worked was that you put the bassinet, or you had the option to put the bassinet or the changing table on a stand. So that part is still functional. What's not functional is the bassinet part, um, because it has an inclined sleeper in it. And okay, I did know that incline sleepers could create problems, um, but I thought that, well, I've heard conflicting things. Everything says put your newborn down flat on, or your infant, especially your newborn, put your infant to sleep flat on their back. And I, definitely put her on her back. But sometimes if a baby has reflux, you're told that that child can sleep with a slight incline. So that is what I'm saying is the conflicting thing. But unless your doctor tells you to do any sort of incline and how steep of an incline is safe and all of that, of course you should put your baby down on flat on his or her back to sleep. And if they turn, they turn, but you should always put them down flat on their sleep, flat on their back, excuse me, to sleep. So so this is an incline sleeper, and you can't actually lay it flat. It always has a bit of an incline. And so I guess that has created some problems. And my understanding, I don't know how true it is, my understanding is that was a voluntary recall by Graco. Um, and it's weird because they had been selling this, you know, a while before I purchased it. And I don't know what made them do a voluntary recall. They said something about because in similar sleepers there were some infant fatalities, but I believe all that existed when I purchased it. Why did I purchase it? Well, because I thought this one was safe. It had, has seat belt. It has a seat belt or buckle in it. You can buckle the child or whatever. Whatever, doesn't matter. It's not. It's been determined that it's not safe, and items like it are not safe. So it has been removed from the market. And to get a refund, I have to send them a portion of the bassinet to render it unusable. And that's what they're going to do. They're going to give me a refund. Now, my questions about the refund is, refund of how much. How do you know how much I paid for it? Now there's a form to fill out, and it's just not it. A little form that they have that just, of course I can't get my hands on it right now, but of course they just want the your contact information, and maybe there they'll find out. Trying to get it, but maybe then they'll figure out how much you paid for it. But my thing is, I want a refund of the entire price of the item, not just the bassinet portion, because they weren't sold separately. They were sold as a set. So I'm hoping that they'll refund the price of the pack and play with the entire kit set that I just told you about, and not just try to give me some arbitrary number for what they deem the value of the bassinet portion. So yeah, you have to render it unusable. And so let me show you what exactly that meant doing for this version. Now, wait, before I go there, they sent instructions on how to render it unusable. Different ones you have, like this is for the Everest playset. That's not the one that I have, but you have to cut a portion of it out. And this is the one that I have. It's about 4 different models that they recalled. And this is the one that I have. And what they want you to do is to cut out the mesh, send it back to them in one piece. It was very important that it is in one piece. It says that. Now, I wonder what would happen. I'm not going to try it, but if you didn't get it in one piece and you sent it to them, even if you sent 2 pieces, but it was all of the mesh, I don't know if they'll try to say, you know, I mean, you've rendered it unusable just by cutting any of the mesh, and they probably still will try to get out of giving you your refund. So, silliness like that. Because as long as they get the mesh, but they wanted it in one piece. And you know, there's different models on here. There's one called a Rock and Grow, and the Nuzzle Nest Play Yard. So there's different instructions on how to cut or what to cut based on which one you have, because different ones have different places that they want you to cut. Then after you cut that, they want you to throw the rest away, because quite frankly it can't be used. Thankfully, Michaela grew out of this a long time ago, so this was not something that we were still using. But if you are a mom who is still using it, or you receive this as a gift or something, then you have to try to figure out something else. So yeah, so anyway, until you get your refund, and who knows how long that'll take. So here is the mesh that I cut. I did cut it in one big piece. I was very careful to do that because I didn't want any issues. So, and then I'm just gonna fold it and put it in the package, and then they have a label and tracking number, and you just put it in a FedEx drop box and send it back to them. And so definitely take note of the tracking number and go from there. Now, I'm not sure if you were supposed to give them the little material parts, but they were connected to the mesh, as you can see, so I just cut through it. It doesn't really matter. You can't use any of it anymore anyway, so I just wanted to make sure it was in one piece for the most part. And to be honest, it's a little silly, but I was a little sad to cut it because it was Michaela's bassinet, or what I used as her bassinet. So it was a little sad to cut it, but let me show you what it looks like now. Yeah, so as you can see, there is no mesh in here. It is, you know, you can't use it. You wouldn't want to use it. I mean, yeah, it's completely trash, which is what they wanted. So no one else can take it out the trash and use it. It's just, you know, I completely cut the mesh. It used to be mesh here. I completely cut it on both sides. And now it's just this. So like I said, it was a little sad to cut it because I remember looking at it made me remember my newborn days, and so I realized that. Sorry, moving around like that just my newborn days, and so I realized that I was like, oh, this is. I'm a little overly sentimental, so I'm sure there's plenty of people who've already given away or sold or whatever their bassinets, and I'm just like holding on to every onesie, like it's the most important thing in the world. So it's kind of silly, but anyway. So yeah, so this is probably the first item of hers that I'm actually really getting rid of. And so, we'll see. I'm going to hold on to it until I get my refund, and then I will sit it in the trash. But I just wanted to show everyone and let everyone know that Graco has recalled, if you don't know, several of their inclined sleeper um, bassinets, and all of these, by my understanding, came with some sort of pack and play set. Also, this also made me realize the importance of, and that's why I want to stress, filling out those little cards that you register your items when you that come with a lot of baby furniture and baby items when you first get them. Um, and you fill out almost all of them come with some little registration card, like the importance of that, so that you can find out if there is a recall on any of these items. And it's funny because I did fill it out for this, and I put it in the mail, and Graco did not alert me, but Amazon did. So thanks to Amazon. So despite filling out the form, Graco has still yet to alert me of this. But Amazon did. So kudos to Amazon. And then like probably I think last week Baby List did, because I had a Baby List registry, and I had it on my Baby List registry, and Baby List told me as well. But it was about 2 weeks after Amazon had already told me so. And I already had requested the kit from Graco, which is the kit being just a little envelope to return it with the instructions that I already showed you. So that's it. And if you have it, please stop using it if you're still using it for another child, and or if someone gave it to you. You know, take the steps to get what you need to get a refund. I'll just update when I get my refund to let people know if it was the full purchase price, but I'm thinking that's all it can be. Don't try to play me and just say, hey, we think this is worth $50. Because I think I paid close to $200 for the pack and play set. So they may say, hey, this is only worth $250 and give you $50. I'm hoping that's not what they're doing. I'm hoping they're going to give me the full value of it, because they destroyed my set. So, I had to destroy my set, and I mean rightfully so, safety first. And I mean, I'm not using it, but still, if I ever have another child, maybe I would add. And so it's good to know that I need to get something safer. Anyway, ladies, that's it for now, and I will talk to you soon. Stay safe.